Hey, shalom, 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 Israel. Give me 1 second, Baba Kasha, while I check the feed. Hey, shalom, shalom. We good to go. All right, let's tap it up, man. We are here, man. Satan tried to keep us from, what I'm saying, doing what we do and keeping serving the Lord, but we are still here, man. Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, where we are led by the commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? Since 1969, you know what I'm saying? We have been teaching God's chosen people the truth about the Bible, man. The truth that God doesn't love everybody. God really only loves Israel. The truth that Black, Hispanic, Native Americans are Israel. And the truth that Christ is a black man and that the white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of. Because the white man is Esau and the devil just means deceiver. And who has deceived us more, and you know what I'm saying, throughout history than Esau, who is the white man? So we've been teaching these truths since 1969. And since then, we haven't been affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group, man. So we are not with them brothers. They are not with us. We are not with them. You know what I'm saying, Lord be with them brothers, man. But if you are not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth. There's only one truth, and that is the I.S.U.P.K, man. Today is Saturday, man. It's the seventh day of the week, man. Let's get a Lord in the hand, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the Sabbath, man. What we're doing right now is observing the Sabbath. We're remembering the Sabbath and keeping it holy, man. You know what I'm saying? Satan did try. You might see we're in a different setup than normal. You know what I'm saying? This is only a one time thing. We've been here before, but you know what I'm saying? Satan tried to test us, man. But give us every excuse to not, you know what I'm saying, keep this commandment and remember observe the Sabbath, man. To not have this not observe the Sabbath as a high holy day and have this ceremonial process, man. You know what I'm saying? But we prevailed, man. You know what I'm saying? We showed the Most High that we are willing and willing and wanting to, you know what I'm saying, continue to do the work of the Lord. You know, even through all the tests that are given to us. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying, this is the I.S.U.P.K Houston, Galveston, Port Arthur, and Beaumont Sabbath service, man, where we read the scriptures in the Hebrew, then read them in the English, then break them down, man. You know what I'm saying? Accompanied along with the ceremonial process. You know what I'm saying? That we have every Saturday because every Saturday is the Sabbath. And what did it say in the scriptures? What does it say in the scriptures? I believe it's the sixth commandment out of the 10 commandments. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. And that's exactly what we do, man. We keep our culture to a T. You know what I'm saying? By, you know what I'm saying, reading the Lashon Kodash, reading the our scriptures in our native tongue, and then breaking them down for our understanding, man. Because that's you know what I'm saying, that's our culture. So without any further ado, we're gonna get started with the Sabbath service. It's gonna be a little bit different today, but we're gonna have the same process. We're gonna rock it and roll it as if it was normal. So imadium, which means to stand. Yabakan, Banyawada, Banyashala, Yahabashim Yahwashah Barakatah. Salaki, without a mouthpiece, that's rough. Salaki. I'm gonna try to get them this third time. Layashala. Okay, so now we're going to get into these prayers. I'm going to say Sar Wapan Yahakwadam, which means turn and face the east. You know what I'm saying? In this particular facility, the east is this way. So Sar, which means turn, we're going to get into prayers. It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwazka, Saba'ah, Batazdaika, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan Lanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawbath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawbath Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabianawa, Manasayawan, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wahala, Wahata Parath, Lawalamium, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Babakashah, Lathan Lanawa, Hakak, Hakak, Larapa'ah, Kal Machala, Wakal Marawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatzarayim, Hakak, Lahakwayam, Hamathayam, Hakak, Al Rakawath, Hatam Ma'ala, Lagarashan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak Lanawa, Wa Yashala, Wahabayat Saparium, Barak, Yahashem Yahweh Shai. It's like Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman. In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Haharim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'an, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'aratza, Al-Yatan, Mamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayishan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazaka, Al Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakayaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Afnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar Tazaafka, Wabawa Aka, Ma'aita, Wa'id awalam, in the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Elohim, all Damayah Lakah, all Thakarash, Wa'al, Tashakwat, all Kaya, Hana, Awayabika, Yahama Yawan, Wamashanayaka, Nasha'awa, Ra'ash, Al Amika, Ya'iran Yamwa, Sawad, Wayata Ya'ai Tazawa, All Tazapawanyaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Wanakat Yadam, Magaria, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Awad, Kaya, Nawa'ai Tazawa, Lab, Yakharwa, Ayaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Ahaya, Adawam, Wayashamai Aliyam, Mawa'aba, Wahagariam, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashath, Amishabia, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawar, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasyasara'a, Kayabin, Banakar, Koyashawan, Nashamadwa, Ma'ayan Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadiamawa, Ka'irab, Wakaza Abba, Wakaza Bak, Wakatazal Manai, Kal Nasiakamwa, Ashar, Amarawa, Nayirasha, La Nawab, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayim, Alahayab, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, La Panyaro Kwa, Ka'ash, Taba'ira Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harim, Khan, Tharadatma, Basa'irika, Wabasa Wapaska, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Aid, Wayachaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadaiwa, Kaya, Ata, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, All Yawan, All Kaharatza. Slovakia. No sweat. This is Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Areb, and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of the power in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right, Sar, which means turn and face the front, and Yeshabim, you may be seated. Already, man, let's get them prayers a hand. You know what I'm saying? Every week, you know what I'm saying? Every week without fail, man, we let the Most High know how we feel down here. Just as David did back then, you know what I'm saying? After that, Christ did, you know what I'm saying? And now we do today under Commander General YAHANNA, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that shows the relationship that we have with our Father, man. You know what I'm saying? If we able to come to our Father humbly, you know what I'm saying, and ask him for what we need, that's a good father-child relationship, you know what I'm saying? And it only works if we're doing what the Father asks us to do. You know what I'm saying? I know you hear that a lot in these classes, you know, I say it a lot myself, man. But if you're not getting good grades and taking care of the chores, then your pop's not gonna buy you the PlayStation. I'm saying, as for Israel and the Most High, you know what I'm saying, if we're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, we're not gonna get the kingdom of heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church will lead you to believe, you know what I'm saying, oh, I got baptized, I'm just waiting on Christ. But really, Christ is waiting on you, black and brown man, you know what I'm saying, black and brown woman. Christ is waiting on us. Christ is waiting on us to get it right. Christ is waiting on us to, you know what I'm saying, come together like Zephaniah 2:1 says, and, you know what I'm saying, gather together as a nation, you know what I'm saying, blacks loving browns, you know what I'm saying, and just black and brown unity all across the board, man. That's what Christ is waiting on. Christ, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna take his time if he sees us, you know what I'm saying, looking at, you know what I'm saying, our brothers, you know what I'm saying, being abducted by ICE and saying, oh, that's their problem. That's a Hispanic problem. You know what I'm saying? I got black problems to worry about. Well, Christ's gonna take his time if he sees, you know what I'm saying, us saying getting unalived in these streets, and you know what I'm saying that's a black problem. I got brown problems to worry about. Now, all of our problems are all of our problems. And it's about that time too, man. You know what I'm saying? We've been saying this for a long time, but World War III is prophesied. And if you've been paying attention to anything in the news, then you see that they're really trying to keep that, you know what I'm saying, on wraps. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're going forward. They're pressing the buttons, but they're trying to keep you distracted, man. They're waving something in front of your face while they're pressing the button to the side. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We are in full-fledged war right now. And soon enough, it's going to be brought to your doorstep. You know what I'm saying? I pray you understand. But your best defense for all of the let's just say destruction and chaos, if you will, is, you know what I'm saying, coming to you know what I'm saying, coming to these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing the will of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing what the Lord requires you to do. And then when you have the Lord on your side, then you have nothing to worry about, man. The Lord is the one that created them, who are the creators of the chaos. So by essence, the Lord is the creator of the chaos. So if the Lord is on your side, the chaos won't harm you, man. I pray you understand. So yeah, man, we about to get into these scriptures, man. We are in the book. We just started Numbers. You know what I'm saying? The Satan tried to keep us from getting the numbers this week, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we had technical difficulties at the school. That's why we had to come to a different venue. But we getting it done, man. You know what I'm saying? We keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and we keeping our culture, man. Without any hiccups, man. We're gonna get it done by any means necessary. So now we're about to get into the Hebrew, man. If you want to join along with us in the Hebrew, all you got to do is download the Bible Hub app. You know what I'm saying? It's free. You know what I'm saying? Bible Hub on iPhone, Apple Store or Google Play, and you click. And when you download the app, you open it, click Bible, and then you see these rows of three letter abbreviations. You go to the bottom row all the way to the right, click INT, and the Bible will populate in the original text it was written in. Then you go to the very top and go to the book, chapter, and verse. We are at Numbers 1 and 1. All you got to do is hit Numbers. And then it's going to give you the Lashon Kodash, which is the Hebrew. That's what the symbols are in black. We read the Lashon Kodash. It is read from right to left. And we don't read the blue. The blue is Yiddish. So I'm going to go ahead and start. If you don't want to read along in the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, you can just listen, you know what I'm saying, get acquainted with how it sounds. And we'll be reading in the English momentarily. All right. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al Mashah, Ba Madabar, Sayanya, Ba Ahal, Mawa'id, Ba Achad, La Chadash, Ha Shanya, Ba Shana, Ha Shaniyath, La Taza'atham, Ma'aratza, Ma'tazarayam, La Amar. Verse 2. Sha'awa, Ath, Ra'ash, Kal, Idath, Banya, Yasha'ala, La Mashpakatham, La Bayath, Abatham, Ba Masapar, Shamwath, Kal Zakar, La Galatham. Verse 3. Maban, Ishariam, Shana, Wa Ma'ila, Kal, Ya Taza'a, Tazaba'a, Ba Yasha'ala, The Pakwadwa, Atham, La Tazaba'atham, Atha, Wa Haran. Verse 4. Wa Afkam, Yahayawa, Ayash, La Mata, Ayash, Ra'ash, La Bayath, Bathyawa, Hawa'a. Verse 5. Wa Allah, Shamwath, Ha Anashim, Ashar, Ya'ai Madwa, I've come. La Ra Awaban. A Laya Tazawar. Ban. Shad, it's like Shadia Awar. It's like Shadia Wa'ar. Verse 6. La Shama Ayawan. Sha Lama Ya Allah. It's like Slakia. Shalom Ya Allah. Ban. Zawara. It's like a Zawar. Zawar Yashadwa. It's like Zawar Yashadya. Verse 7. La Yahawada. Na Chashawan. Ban. I Maya Nad. I'm I Maya Nadab. Verse 8. La Yasha it's like La Yashakar. Nathan Allah. Ban. Tazawa Iyer. Verse 9. La Zabawalan. It's like La Zabalawan. La Ya'ab. Ban. Khalan. Verse 10. La Banya. Yawasap. La Aparium. A Layash Ma'ai. Ban Imaya Hawad. Lama Nasha. Lama Nasha. Slakia. Lama Nasha. Ga Malaya Allah. Ban. Pod Ha Tazawar. Verse 11. La Banyam. It's like La Banyaman. La Banyaman. Abayadan. Ban. Gadai Naya. Verse 12. La Dan. Chaya Izar. Chaya Izar. Ban. Yash Doya. All right. So we did 12. Now we're going to go to the English. I did have something to bring up about last week. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into the numbers, I just want to kind of go over what we went over, what we had questions about last week. So we're in the book. So I'm going to wrap it all up too. So we're in the book of Numbers. You know what I'm saying? The Numbers is the fourth book of the Torah. You know what I'm saying? We have the first book of Genesis, which tells us the creation story and our family history from the beginning of the garden, when the Most High decided he was with these particular people, and then a lineage of the people that the Most High were with, going all the way from Adam to Israel and the seeds of Israel and the children of Israel and the things that they went through and things that they did. And you know what I'm saying, and pretty much history of what they went through. Then we have Exodus after Genesis, which is you know what I'm saying, when the children of Israel, God's chosen people, you know what I'm saying, the lineage of Adam, you know what I'm saying, God's chosen people were in a situation where we were in a harsh captivity. And the Most High got us out of that harsh captivity. We were in Egypt, you know what I'm saying? And we were enslaved in Egypt. And the Most High God, you know what I'm saying, used his might and he showed his power by the way he got us out of Egypt. He got us out of Egypt with a strong hand. That's Exodus. And then Leviticus is right after we got out of Egypt, you know what I'm saying, right after we escaped in Egypt, you know what I'm saying, was not on our tail no more. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God gave us the law, statutes, the commandments that he expected us as a people to what do you call it? To abide by. You know what I'm saying? God gave us what he expects of us, what we can do, and what we cannot absolutely not do, and what we should do. You know what I'm saying? The Most High God gave us that. He gave us instructions on how to do certain things, how to serve him, how to worship him properly. You know what I'm saying? As far as you know what I'm saying, sacrifices and high holy days and things of that nature. He gave us all the instructions, even how to create the tabernacle. The tabernacle is like a mobile church, or a mobile, not church, but a mobile temple. It's like you were saying church, a mobile temple. You know what I'm saying? It's really fly too. I mean, fly is an understatement. I mean, it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's got golden tables, golden candlesticks, golden ornaments, golden walls. I believe the walls are dipped in gold. But you break it down, put it together when you wanted to stand up, when you want to be in the temple, when you want to do the work of the Lord, and you break it down and move, because in the wilderness we were on the move. So that's what Leviticus was, giving us the instructions to serve him, and instructions on how to live. And then after Leviticus, after Leviticus comes Numbers. So we just ended in Leviticus, right? So at the end of Leviticus, where we were at, we were talking about vows to the Most High, Leviticus 27, I believe. Let me go to it. We were talking about vows to the Most High when a person wants to, you know what I'm saying, vow to the Most High. And last week we were saying how a vow is kind of like almost like a camp fund. Like it's almost like that that pledge, you know what I'm saying? Like you pledging that you want to serve the Most High, and you pledging it by you giving something up to the Most High, giving it to the priesthood. You giving a belonging, whether it be shekels, you know what I'm saying, currency, property, or a beast, you know what I'm saying, anything that the priest would they would look over it and determine whether it was worthy of. They would estimate its worth, what you were giving up for your vow. But what I left out last week, I got clarification. What I left out was a vow was more so like to make it practical, something we do often. Like, I don't want to say foxhole prayers, because really, like, it's not the most humble thing to do, to give the Most High an ultimatum. But sometimes we just find ourselves saying to the Most High things like, dear Lord, if you give me this job, then I will make sure that half of my first check, I'll give to the priesthood. Or if you give me this car, I will drive brothers to and from camp for 2 years straight, every Saturday, no break. You know what I'm saying? And that if you do this, we'll do this. That's the vow. That's the vow, that the pledge that we're reading about. You know what I'm saying? That's what a vow is. So that's why the priest had to estimate the worth of what they were offering. So now we have some questions about some of the scriptures in Leviticus 27. I believe it was Leviticus 27 and 15. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 27, verse 15. And if he that sanctified it will redeem his house, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of the estimation unto it, and it shall be his. Verse 16. And if a man shall sanctify unto the Lord some part of a field of his possession, then thy estimation shall be according to the seed thereof. and homer of barley seed shall be valued at 50 shekels of silver. So what this is talking about, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna read 14 then 15, so we got context on 15. 14, Leviticus 27 and 14. And when a man shall sanctify his house to be holy unto the Lord, then the priest shall estimate it, whether it be good or bad. As the priest shall estimate it, so shall it stand. Verse 15, and if he that sanctify it will redeem his house, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of thy estimation unto it, and it shall be his. So what I said last week, you know what I'm saying, was that the brother, when the brother pledges his house or pledges that piece of property and this belongs to the priest, that he can't redeem it. And I was incorrect when I said he can't redeem it, because I that's why we get clarification, and that's why I'm clarifying it now. So it's a lakia on my behalf from last week. But what these scriptures are saying is that a man can redeem that house. You know what I'm saying? But when he gives that house to the priesthood, he has to buy it back, the estimated value that the priest estimated it as, plus he has to add a fifth part of the money. So he has to add 5%. So let's just say in today's time, if the house was worth $500,000, then he would have to add, I think, 5,000. 5% of 500,000 is 5,000. So the whole price of him buying back the house would be 505,000. You know, they add 5% because the priest did show brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? If the brother might change his mind for whatever reason, and he needs his house back, and he see that he gonna need that, but you know what I'm saying, you made a pledge, so that's why you're gonna have to be charged, almost as if you wasting the priest's time. So you're gonna be charged for that extra. I'm not gonna speculate. I'm just saying almost. I mean, it doesn't say that in the scripture, so I'm not gonna say that's what it was. But the scriptures do say you have to add 5% if you're trying to buy your property back. And also, you know what I'm saying, it talks about the Jubilee in 17 and 18. Verse, we just read 16, verse 17. If he sanctify his field from the year of Jubilee, according to thy estimation, it shall stand. So the year of Jubilee was when every 50 years you get back your property. I'm just going to break it down without reading to not confuse us too much. I'm trying to go over this quickly, but pretty much, you know what I'm saying, if you value your property to the priesthood a year before the Jubilee, and then it talks about 19, if you're trying to redeem what you trying to, or you can redeem it. Salakia. It says, let me just read it. Salakia. Verse 17. If he sanctify his field from the year of Jubilee, according to thy estimation, it shall stand. Okay. Verse 18. But if he sanctify his field after the Jubilee, then the priest shall reckon unto him the money according to the years that remain, even unto the year of the Jubilee, and it shall be abated from thy estimation. Verse 19. And if he that sanctified the field will in any wise redeem it, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of the estimation unto it, and it shall be assured to him. Verse 20. And if he will not redeem the field, or if he have sold the field to another man, it shall not be redeemed anymore. So if you choose, so damn, I should have asked if the year of Jubilee. I gotta ask if the year of Jubilee is an automatic. You get your property back after you sanctify it. So I'm not going to teach on that, but this is pretty much saying that if you choose to redeem, then because the year of Jubilee, it was such a common thing, and it was a law. It was a law of Moses, and it was one of the law, statutes, and commandments. and it was a common practice in Israel that people did their business around the year of Jubilee. Like they knew every 50 years it would be the year of Jubilee. So say if it was year 25 and you had 25 years till the year of Jubilee, you would keep that in consideration when you do your business. So the business of sanctifying your land to the priesthood, and if you choose to redeem it back, it all aligns with when the year of Jubilee is. And if the year of Jubilee is, let's say, if the year of Jubilee is in 1 year from now, then the priest will then you buying back your land will be a different price from if the year of Jubilee was 30 years from now. You know what I'm saying? And I say that I forgot the exact numbers, or the, you know what I'm saying, the numbers that go along with it. But I was told that this is a brotherhood law. So the priests were doing the men and women of Israel a favor with this particular law. You know what I'm saying? They were cutting them a break because the year of Jubilee, like damn. Man, I got to get a further clarification. I don't want to butcher up the breakdown. But yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to that once again. Salakia. But for the most part, we got Leviticus down. Oh, and the other thing we had to bring up from last week was the end of Leviticus 27, which is 30 through 34, where it's talking about tithes. I'm gonna read it real quick. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 27, verse 30. And all the tithe of the land, whether of the seed of the land or of the fruit of the tree, is the Lord's. It is holy unto the Lord. That's saying the Lord he needs that 10%. You know what I'm saying? That belongs to him. Verse 31. And if a man will at all redeem aught of his tithes, he shall add thereto the fifth part thereof. That was the question I had from last week. So pretty much this is saying is to bring it to practicality in today's standards, or today's, you know what I'm saying, looking at it through today's eyes. Say you get your check and you can't pay all 10. Your check is $1,000, so your tithe is supposed to be $100, but your bills are so much that your lights will go off if you pay all of your tithes. So you can only pay $50 worth of tithes. So they're saying if you have to redeem out of your tithes, you shall add thereto the fifth part thereof. So you have to. So the next time you get your tithes, you have to pay that extra $50 that from back tithing, and you have to add a fifth of that $50 to add on to I mean it sounds like usury, but it's not usury, because you know what I'm saying, this is the Lord's. This is what the Lord gives you everything. So you're supposed to be willing and able to get, not able, but you're supposed to be willing to give the Lord what he requires. So you know what I'm saying, when you're not able to give the Lord what he requires right then and there, then he just adds a little bit on to it the next time you're able to give to him. Because you know what I'm saying, what do we know about the Lord? The Lord requires a contrite heart, right? He wants you to be humble. He wants you to be he wants you to give the best of your first fruits. You know what I'm saying, right? He wants you to love him more than anything and come to him with a contrite heart. Be humble. So you know what I'm saying, adding 5% onto what you owe is humiliating. You know what I'm saying? Not saying is not in the sense of the humiliation as in it's degrading you, but it's humbling you. You know what I'm saying? It's making you step to the Lord with the contrite heart. You know what I'm saying? It's making you humble yourself to the Lord. So yeah, we got that we got a majority of a wrap on Leviticus. You know what I'm saying? We knew Leviticus was pretty much about, you know what I'm saying, the laws, statutes, and commandments, you know what I'm saying, the dietary laws, the marriage laws, the high holy days, you know what I'm saying, cleanliness laws, you know what I'm saying, the tabernacle, the instructions for building the tabernacle, the instructions for making offerings, burnt offerings, trespass offerings, you know what I'm saying, what's the other one, sacrificial offerings, you know what I'm saying, all of the instructions on how to live. And this Leviticus 27 was just talking about, you know what I'm saying, when you pledge vows to the Lord. So really, I just got to get that one little tweak for next time. But it's lucky we pretty much got a handle on it. So now we can gracefully start Numbers. And I'm not going to give a spoiler, but I'm just going to give kind of what the book of Numbers is about. You know what I'm saying? I gave the breakdown. Genesis is about, you know what I'm saying, our family history from day one, from starting from the garden. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's chosen people all the way down, who the Lord is, the chosen people of the Lord and their lineage all the way down to Israel. And then Exodus is about Israel being saved from the Lord out of captivity. Leviticus is about after Israel is saved from the Lord, what the Lord expects of Israel. And Numbers is talking about that wilderness. You know, so we just got out of captivity. The Lord told us what He expects from us. And now we have to go carry out 40 years in the wilderness. And that's what Numbers is about. So we're about to get into it now. Already. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the second month, and the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, so it took about 2 years for them to build the tabernacle and get all of the instructions from the Lord of the law, statutes, and commandments. So now the Lord is clear about what He expects from them, or us. It's lucky. Verse 2. Take ye the sum of all. So this is the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, this is what the Lord is saying to Moses. It's lucky. Verse 2. Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls. Verse 3. From 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel, thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies. So the Lord is requiring Moses and Aaron to pretty much get a census of how many able-bodied men are in Israel right now. Out of all 12 tribes, how many are able men from 20 up and are able-bodied, meaning they don't have any you know what I'm saying, they don't have any deficiencies, or you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you know, pretty much deficiencies is the only word I'm gonna use. You know what I'm saying? They're able to fight in war, 20 and up men. So that's how the census is taken, by the armies. And it makes sense too, because you know what I'm saying, women and children, you know what I'm saying, we love them and they're needed in Israel, but when it comes down to war, they're more liabilities than anything else. So when war, and the general says that all the time, you know what I'm saying, life is about war and nothing else. You know what I'm saying? If you believe that, you know what I'm saying, war is a thing that man created from falling from the Most High, falling from God, and doing the ways of the devil, then you are mistaken, because the Lord Himself is a man of war, and we are children of war. You know what I'm saying? The Lord sent us to go to war this is a spoiler, but the Lord sent the children of Israel to go to war to carry out the will of the Lord. Carrying out the will of the Lord was going to war. So how could war be something that is supposed to be just a man-made blemish? Something that one day when we're in the kingdom of heaven, we will know war no more. But until then, war is necessary. War is part of our life now and has been a part of our life since after the garden. Because in the garden, war, well, there's no such thing as war. But after the garden and time, and then when Israel came, and after the garden and the chosen children of the Lord became a nation amongst other nations on the world, where we had enemies, war was imminent. And the Most High wanted us to gird our loins as a nation and be prepared for war. So with that, you know what I'm saying, we're talking about numbers, counting the able-bodied men of the nation is very practical. You know what I'm saying? It's very much the right way to get a accurate number of how many people there are in the nation. Because if you're counting the liabilities, then you might not be ready for as war as you think. Alrighty. So I need some water. It's lucky. It's lucky, Israel. Alrighty. So we had Numbers 1 and 4. You get one of these rocks on there. You know what I'm saying? Get the smell of the Lord. I'm rushing. I don't want to hold you guys over, and I know we're late. We're late too today. Salakia for being late. But you know what I'm saying, we're gonna get through. We're gonna try to get through it in a timely manner. I'm not gonna hold everybody. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna relax though. I'm gonna relax, like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna rush it. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna rush the breakdowns. So we had Numbers 1 and 4. And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of his fathers. So it's pretty much saying out of all of the tribes, all the able men, there's somebody in every tribe. There's a man who almost like every tribe is a battalion almost, and every tribe has its battalion leader or general, or I don't know if a general leads a battalion, but commander. Yeah, commander leads a battalion, I believe. It's lucky if I'm incorrect on that. But the leader of the battalion, for every battalion, every tribe, almost the head of every tribe. That's what it's saying. These are armies we're talking about now. Verse 5. And these are the names of the men that shall stand with you. Of the tribe of Reuben, Elazur, the son of Shadur. Verse 6. Of Simeon, Shalumiel, the son of Zerubbabel. Verse 7. Of Judah, Nahashan, the son of Aminadab. Verse 8. Of Issachar, Nathaniel, son of Zawar. Verse 9. Of Zebulun, Eliab, the son of Helon. Verse 10. Of the children of Joseph, of Ephraim, Elishama, the son of Ammihud, and of Manasseh, Gamaliel, the son of Pedahazur. So Ephraim and Manasseh were the sons of Joseph, right? So we had those two tribes, you know what I'm saying, out of that one son. Verse 11 of Benjamin, Abidan, the son of Gideoniah. Verse 12 of Dan, Ahazaizer, the son of Ammishaddai. Verse 13 of Asher, Pagiel. We didn't get 13, we stopped at 12. It's lucky. So real quick, you know what I'm saying, we got an understanding of what it's doing, what we're reading about now. You know what I'm saying? The Most High is taking a sense, he's making Moses take a census of how many men he has in Israel. And with that census of knowing how swole, so like how strong the armies of Israel is, you can also kind of put together, okay, we got this many able-bodied men, judging by that number, you know what I'm saying, we would roughly have this many women and children and unable-bodied men. So judging by this number of men, able-bodied men alone, you can kind of depict how big Israel was. And on top of that, I want to shine light to the fact that it's saying the leaders of Israel, who these leaders of each tribe is going by each tribe. It started off with Simeon, or not Simeon. It started off with Reuben, then the Simeon, then the Judah, then the Issachar, then the Zebulun. It's going down in a specific order. The order of the eldest first down to the youngest. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. You know what I'm saying? It might not seem that important, but it is. You know what I'm saying? If you kind of, you know what I'm saying, seen how the men in the I.S.U.P.K, you know what I'm saying, move about and give their reports, and you know what I'm saying, we do say I was given a camp report, right? Say I was given a camp report of what all brothers were at camp with me on this particular day. That camp report would start off with the highest ranking man at the camp, and then it would move down the rank until the lowest ranking man, and until all of the men have been said. And that's particular that it's a military reverence. You know what I'm saying? It's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a what's the word I'm looking for? It's it aligns with military, but it's militant. I guess that's the word. It's like a militant reverence. You know what I'm saying? Respecting the rank and order. And I'm gonna put a scripture on it. Give me 1 second. I gotta find it. First Corinthians 14 and 40. So we're gonna go to First Corinthians chapter 14 and 40. So this is Corinthians, right? So we know this is Paul teaching the church, but the church is the congregation. So the church is the school. So this is Paul teaching the school. Paul teaching the people in Israel who know the truth and are trying to spread the truth and do the will of the Lord, which pretty much is a military, an army. And he's saying at the end of this chapter, verse 4, this is the book of First Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. That means don't report what the trooper is doing before you report what the captain is doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the only example I can think of at this time. But decency and order means everything is supposed to be done boom, boom, boom in a specific order, in the order that pleases the Most High. We know the rank structure of the Lord, right? I think that was in First Corinthians. It might be Colossians, Salakia, but I'm paraphrasing. The rank structure is the Most High, Christ, man, and then women, and then under the women is children, right? So we don't talk about what the woman is what the woman is supposed to what the woman is supposed to do for the Lord before what Christ does for the Lord, before what the man does for the Lord. Because the woman comes when the woman comes, which is after the man and after Christ. You know what I'm saying? And that decency and order goes for everything. Let all things be done decently in order. It don't say let some things be done decently in order. Don't only do these reports decently and in order, and then the other everything else can be done okay. Don't only, you know what I'm saying. That's why when we give plates, not plates but food. You know what I'm saying. We serve the captains first. We serve the captains allowed to get their food first. Then the officers of 5,000, and the officers of 1,000, and then the officers of 500, then 50, and such on, such on. You know what I'm saying? It's all things be done decently in order, and it's a certain spiritual reverence as well as a militant reverence. You know what I'm saying? Already, but we're gonna get back into the Hebrew now. We left off at Numbers. We're at Numbers 1. We left off at Numbers 1 and 13. So now we're going to go back to the Hebrew. We're going to crank 12 more in Hebrew. Give me a little water real quick. And just while I do this, I want to just say, you know what I'm saying, really quickly, you know what I'm saying, when the nukes start firing off and them government militaries is in your neighborhood, in your streets, and them Proud Boys kicking in your door, decency and order is gonna look good. The decency order is gonna look like, you know what I'm saying, okay. You know what I'm saying? These men spread out and get one or two men with them each, and they're gonna go and get all of the households. Three men get divvy up zones and neighborhoods and save the households and give out rations and convoy who needs to be convoyed and help who needs to be helped and decently in order so that everybody is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? And when the way they're supposed to be taken care of. I'm just saying it's gonna look the ways that we operate as a nation right now, and the I.S.U.P.K might seem, you know what I'm saying, we got people like Waka Flocka and all type of people saying, "Oh, they too militant, man. They don't need to be that hardcore." You know what I'm saying? They could be a little bit nice, and they don't need to be that rude in speech. They don't need to have protocols for every little thing and be so gung ho about every little thing. It's all gonna make sense when, you know, people's lives are at hand. That's what that again, you know what I'm saying? The generals say life is about war. And if you train yourself, you know what I'm saying, how to move swiftly in a warfare state, then you might seem crazy when it's not warfare, but that training is gonna come in handy when it is warfare. Alrighty. So we have the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 13, in the Hebrew. La Ashar, Paga'ai Ya'ala, Ban, I Quran. Verse 14, Lagad, Aliyasap, Ban, the I wa Allah. Verse 15. Lanap Talia. Akyarai. Ban. Ayanan. Verse 16. Allah. Quora wa aya. Ha-ida. Na shaya aya. Matawath. Abawatham. Ra'ashia. Alapia. Yasha'ala. Ham. Verse 17. Wayakwak. Mashah. Haran. Ath. Ha-anashim. Ha-Allah. Ashar. Na-kubawa. Ba-shamawath. Verse 18. Wa'ath. Call. Ha-ida. Ha-kwa-haya-la. It's like ha-kwa-ha-yalawa. Ba-akhad. La-khadash. Ha-shanya. Wa-yath-yaldawa. I'll. Mashpakatham. Labayath. Abatham. Ba-masapar. Shamwath. Maban. Ishariam. Shana. Wa-ma'ila. La-galatham. Verse 19. Ka-ashar. Tazawa. Yahweh. Ath-mashah. Wa-ya-pakwadam. Ba-madabar. Sayanya. Verse 20. Wa-ya-hayawa. Banya. Ra-awaban. Bakar. Yasha'ala. Ta-waladatham. La-mashapakatham. La-bayath. Abatham. Ba-masapar. Shamwath. La-galagatham. Call. Zakar. Maban. Ishariam. Shana. Wa-ma'ila. Call. Ya-taza'ah. Tazaba'ah. Verse 21. Pa-kwadayaham. Lamata. Ra-awaban. Shasha. Wa-arabayim. Alap. Wa-chamash. Ma-awath. Verse 22. Labanya. Shemayawan. Ta-waladatham. La-mashpakatham. La-bayath. Abatham. Pequadiawa. It's like a Pequadiawa. Ba Masapar. Shamwath. La Gala Gala La Gala Galatham. Call. Zakar. Maban. Ishariam. Shana. Wa Ma'ila. Call Yatza'a. Tazaba'a. Yeah, we're going to 24. Verse 23. Pa Quada Yaham. La Mata. Shama'ayawan. Tha Sha'aya. It's like it, the Shaya. Wa Hamashiam. Allah. Wa Shalash. Mawa'ath. Verse 24. Labanya. God. Tha Waladatham. La Mashpakatham. La Bayath. Abatham. Ba Masapar. Shamwath. Maban. Ishariam. Shana. Wa Ma'ila. Call. Ya Taza'a. Tazaba'a. Already. So we back to the English. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 13. Of Asher, Pagaiel, the son of Akron. Verse 14. Of Gad, Eliasaph, the son of Dawal. Verse 15. Of Naphtali, Ahira, the son of Enan. Verse 16. These were the renowned of the congregation, princes of their tribes, of their fathers, heads of 1,000s in Israel. Verse 17. And Moses and Aaron took these men, which are expressed by their names. Verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls. Verse 19. As the Lord commanded Moses, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. Verse 20. And the children of Reuben, Israel's eldest son, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 21. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Reuben, were 46,500. So Reuben had, so the tribe of Reuben was the first son, right? Reuben had 46,500. So let's just say 47,000. I'm going to add all of these up with the Google machine at the end. But Reuben had 47,000, and that's one tribe. One tribe with 40,000. You know what I'm saying? Now, I just want to let's get some more numbers before I say what I got to say about this. So, verse 22. Of the children of Simeon, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, those that were numbered of them, according to the numbers of the names of by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 23, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Simeon, were 59,300. So Simeon, the second son, the second tribe, had about 59,300. That rounds off to 59,000. So the first one was 47,000, let's say 50,000. The second one, 50,000. So we got two tribes, 100,000 people. 100,000 people already. No, I'm gonna finish the what do you call it? The verse in the English. Verse 24. Of the children of Gad by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. So that's where we stopped. But I'm just looking through this. Let's just say all of the 12, each 12, it's not going to be the case, but just give it, just estimate it. We're going to find out when we go back to it. But just looking at it, you know what I'm saying? Let's estimate every tribe, all 12 tribes have about 40,000. You know what I'm saying? That some tribes will have less, some tribes will have more, but that gives an average of everyone having about 40,000. Let's say 45,000. So I'm gonna calculate 45,000 times 12. 45,000 times 12 is 540,000. 540,000. So it's about 600,000 able-bodied men in Israel. I mean, we're gonna get the real number when we get back to it, but just speculate now. It's about just 600 able-bodied men. What 600,000 able-bodied men for war at Israel right now. So we got to remember that this 600,000 people is defending. I mean, I'm gonna say that they're defending a nation, but think about it like this: if they weren't able to defend the nation properly, then the nation would be genocide would take place, because the rest of the world is all about they got other heathens in these lands in this part, and they got let's say uh, millions. Like Chicago, I'm from Chicago. Chicago has, I think, like 2.5 million people or something like that, just in that city. Not in Illinois, but just in Chicago, there's 2.5 million people. So let's just say the the police force in Illinois, the police force in Illinois probably has like a million. Just the police force has a million. Just the police force, and that's just the police force. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about the Navy or the Army or the Marines. We're just talking about the police force. It's just a million in Illinois. So if we were to say American, we would get the police force for all 50 states. This would be over billions. It would be, not, I don't want to say billions, but it would be a pretty high number. And this number will be protecting the Americans, right? to make sure if somebody were to say, I'm gonna obliterate America and make sure that there's no that the remnants of America turn into Britain and America is never remembered. Well, that could have happened with Israel, and we only had 600,000 to defend us. 600,000 is a very small number to defend a nation for existence, to be able to exist through you know what I'm saying, throughout longevity of life, you know what I'm saying, of being existence, Salakia. So with that being said, I got a scripture I'm gonna pull. I gotta find this one too. It's Deuteronomy 7:7. Oh yeah, it is in Deuteronomy 7:7. Most High in Christ. So this scripture that I'm pulling is Deuteronomy 7:7. And so the Most High says this through Moses in the Torah. So it comes right after the book of Numbers. It comes right after this particular book. But I guess this is a spoiler, if you will, if I'm putting it like that. But this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye were more in number than any people. For ye were the fewest of all people. So the Lord, you know what I'm saying, like there's many scriptures like this, where the Lord, you know what I'm saying, shines light to the people that are small in number. Those armies that are small in number, those groups that are low in strength, you know what I'm saying, the underdog, if you will. You know what I'm saying? The Most High shines light to the underdog and shows his power through the underdog, man. Like that movie 300. That movie 300 was based on Israelites in the Bible. Because Israelites in the Bible, we're going to get to it, I believe, in the book of Joshua. But Israelites in the Bible, we just, I don't know if we just read that, but and I'm paraphrasing another scripture. It says in the scriptures, uh, five of you shall chase off hundreds. You know what I'm saying? When the Most High puts his strength in you, it only takes five of us to beat the brakes of 100 of them heathens. You know what I'm saying? The Lord didn't choose us because we were great in strength. The Lord chose us because He chose us, and He chose us to show His power through us already. So what am I? Where am I at now? Let me go back to the. I'm at Slovakia. Numbers one. Oh yeah, we back to the Hebrew. Right, we back to the Hebrew. All right, man. We getting it done, man. We getting it done. We're gonna get our 49 or so verses in for today. For those joining me, man, at the water, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some shout outs while I'm at it. Take a little time to breathe a little bit, collect my faculties, and shout out some of my Akim and Akwafian. We got Princess Kanawa in the building, man. Shalom, Lord of Christ, sis. Shout out to you. That's you. That's what we got on YouTube. Most High in Christ, sis. So that's all I'm seeing in the chat. But shout out to everybody that's watching and everybody that will watch, man. The water for joining, man. We making Satan look bad around here, man. Satan is trying to test us, I'm saying, and show the Lord that I'm saying we find excuses to not serve Him. I'm saying we'll find excuses to not conduct Sabbath service. We'll find excuses to just know what I'm saying, lay around and watch cartoons and eat cereal all day. But you know what I'm saying, we show the Lord, we fight through the test. We show the Lord we love him already. So let me get back to where okay, that's cool. I'm getting back to the Hebrew. So now we at the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 25 in the Hebrew. Pa Quadayaham, La Mata, God, Hamasha, Wa Arabayim, Alap, Wa Shasha, Ma'awath, Wa Kamashim. Verse 26, La Banya, Yahawada, The Wal, The Wala Datham, La Mashpakatham, La Bayath, Abatham, Ba Masapar, Shamath, Maban, Ashariam, Shana, Wa Ma'ila, Call Yataza'ah, Tazaba'ah. Verse 27. Pa Quadyaham, Slakia, La Mata, Yahawada, Arabaya, Wa Shaba'ayam, Allah, Wa Shasha, Ma'awath. Verse 28. La Banya, Yashakar, The Waladatham, La Mashpakatham, La Bayath, Abatham, Ba Masapar, Shamath, Maban, Ishariam, Shana, Wa Ma'ila, Call, Ya Taza'ah, Tazaba'ah. Verse 29. Pa Quadyaham, La Mata, Yashakar, Arabaya, Wa Kamashim, Alap, Arabaya, Ma'awath. Verse 30. La Banya, Zabalawan, The Waladatham, La Mashpakatham, La Bayath, Abatham, Ba Masapar, Shamath, Maban, Ishariam, Shana, Wa Ma'ila, Call Yataza'ah, Tazaba'ah. Verse 31. Pa Paquadiaham, La Mata, Zabalawan, Shabaiah, Wa Kamashim, Alap, Wa Arabai, Ma'awath. Verse 32. La Banya, Ya Wasap, La Banya, Aparium, The Waladtham, La Mashpakatham, La Bayath, Abatham, Ba Masapar, Shamath, Maban, Isharium, Shana, Wa Ma'ila, Call, Ya Taza'a, Tazaba'a. Verse 33. Pa Quadiahum, La Mata'a, Slakia, La Mata, Aparium, Abarium, Slakia, Arabium, Alap, Wa Hamash, Ma'awath. Verse 34. La Banya, Manasha, Sa Waladathum, La Mashpakathum, La Bayath, Abathum, Ba Masapar, Shamwath, Mabun, Isharium, Shana, Wa Ma'ila, Call, Ya Taza'a, Tazaba'a. Verse 35. Pa Quadiahum, La Mata, Ma Nasha, Shanyam, Wa Shalashim, Alap, Wa Ma'athium. Verse 36. La Banya, Banyaman, Thawaladthum, La Mashpakathum, La Bayath, Abathum, Ba Masapar, Shamath, Mabun, Isharium, Shana, Wa Ma'ila, Call, Ya Taza'a, Tazaba'a. Verse 37. Pequadiahum, La Mata, Banyaman, Hamasha, Wa Shalashim, Alap, Wa Arabai, Ma'awath. Already. So now we're going to get back to the English. Yeah. I believe we were at 20. Yeah, we were at 25. Because I stopped at, where did I stop? 37. Yeah, we were at 25. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 25. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Gad, were 40 and 5,650. 26. Of the children of Judah, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 27. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Judah, were 14,600. 30. So score is 20. So 30 will be 20 times 3, which is 60. So 60 and 14,000. Hold on, let me make sure. I believe score is 20. That's what the Google machine is for, right? How much is 3 score? 3 score equals 60. Because score is 20, like I was saying. So this is saying Judah was 3 score, which is 60 and 14,000. That's 600. How is it 60 and 14? I think it's 74,000. Because 60 plus 14 is 74, then 1,600. So 74,600. That makes sense. So Judah has 74,600 already. Verse 28. And the children of Issachar by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20. Let's see what time it is. According to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 29. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Issachar, were 50,004,400. Verse 30. So 50 and 4,000. So Issachar had 54,400. So when I did the estimation, I should have did everybody was about 50,000, because it has a lot of them over. Those first few tribes we had were about 45, 47,000. So but everybody and so forth is over 50,000, like 60,000 or 50,000 or more. So I should have did 50,000. So that number that we had early on, when I said 500,000, let's make it 600,000. But still, you get the picture. Like that's real small. That's a real small number of an army to protect a generate, but to protect what's the word I'm looking for? It's like a just to protect the future of generations of a nation, man. I can't think of the word, the specific word, but you know what I'm saying? Like like that yeah, I mean, I can't think of the word, but I mean, there's the word that I'm thinking of that brings this, that makes this that much more understood. But just a nation of people for alone in the world, just by themselves, only protected by 600 to 700,000. You know what I'm saying? There's millions and billions of people from all angles, and we just in the wood, we just in the desert, protected by 600,000. Yeah, the Lord didn't choose us because we were mighty in number, man. Let me continue. Verse 30. Of the children of Zebulun, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 31. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Zebulun, were 57,400. Verse 32. Of the children of Joseph, namely of the children of Ephraim, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names from the years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 33. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,500. Verse 34. Of the children of Manasseh, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 35. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Manasseh, were 32,200. Verse 36. Of the children of Benjamin, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 37, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Benjamin, were 30 and 5,400. All right, so you see what it's getting at. It's just giving you actual numbers, man. Actual number. It was an actual census that took place, man. This Bible is history, man. It's black and brown history. So you know what I'm saying. These were the records that happened when Israel came out of captivity from Egypt, and then did that census after 2 years of being in the wilderness. After we got the law, statutes, commandments, this is what our manpower was looking like. You know what I'm saying? We have the names of the people too. That's how you know this is history, man. The names of the leaders of each tribe. You know what I'm saying? The prominent men in each tribe already. So we're gonna go back to the Hebrew for one last time and get 12 more in the Hebrew, and then we're gonna wrap it up. A little bit more frankincense in the air. Slovakia. Trying to move quick. We did good. It wasn't too long. We were under 2 hours still. Next week, you know what I'm saying? If everything is running smooth, we will be back in the regular place of business. This was just a very temporary situation in Slovakia. You know what I'm saying? Slovakia on behalf of my zone. So, back to the Hebrew. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 38 in the Hebrew. Labanya, Dan, the waladthum, la mashpakathum, la bayath, abathum. So I'm going to 50, right? 2. Yeah, I'm going to 50. Well, I guess all I gotta do is go to 49. It's lucky. So I'm at by their families. La mashpakathum, la bayath, abathum, ba masapar, shamath, maban, ishariam, shana, wa ma'ila, call, ya taza'ah, tazaba'ah. Verse 39. Pa quadyahum, lamata, dan, shanyam, wa shishayim, alap, wa shaba'ai, ma'wath. Verse 40. Labanya, ashar, the waladthum, la mashpakathum, la bayath, abathum, ba masapar, shamath, maban, ishariam, shana, wa ma'ila, call ya taza'ah, tazaba'ah. Verse 41. Pequadiahum, la mata, ashar, achad, wa arabayim, alap, wa chamash, ma'awath. Verse 42. Banya, Na Pathalia. It's like Napathalia. Sa Waladthum. La Mashpakathum. La Bayath. Abathum. Ba Masapar. Shamath. Mabun. Isharium. Shana. Wa Ma'ila. Call. Ya Taza'ah. Tazaba'ah. Verse 43. Pequad Yaham. La Mata. Naphtaliah. Shalasha. Slakia. Shalasha. Wa Chamashim. Allah. Wa Arabai. Ma'awath. Verse 44. Allah. Ha Pequadium. Ashar. Pequad. Mashah. Wa Aharan. Wa Nasha Ya'aya. Yasha'ala. Shanyam. Ishar. Slakia. Ishara. Ayash. Ayash. Achad. Labiath. Abathiyawa. It's like Abathiyawa. Slakia. Abathiyawa. Hayawa. Verse 45. Wa Yahaya. So wa Yahayawa. Call. Pukwawadya. Pukwawadya. Banya. Yasha'ala. Labayath. Abatham. Mabun. Isharium. Shana. Wa Ma'ila. Call. Yataza'ah. Tazaba'ah. Ba Yasha'ala. Verse 46. Wa Yahayawa. Call. Ha Pakwadyawa. Slakia. Ha Pakwadium. Shasha. Ma'awath. Alap. Wa Shalashath. Alapium. Wa Chamash. Ma'awath. Wa Chamashium. Verse 47. Wa Halawayam. La Mata. Abatham. La'a. Ha Thapakwadwa. Ba Thawakam. Verse 48. Wayadabar. Yahweh. All. Mashah. La'amar. Verse 49. Ak. Slakia. Aka. Ath. Mata. Lawiyah. La'ab. Tha Pequad. Wa'ath. Ra Asham. La'ab. Tasha'ab. Bathwaka. Banya. Yasha'ala. All right. So we're going back to the English. Going up to we stopped at 38. Yeah, we start at 39. No, we start at 38, go to 49. We're supposed to do, yeah, that's 49. We do 49 a day, 49 every Sabbath. Most High in Christ. All right, so this is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 38. Of the children of Dan, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 39. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Dan, were 62,700. 62,000, that's 62,000, right? 62,700 from the tribe of Dan. Verse 40, of the children of Asher, by their generations, after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Asher, were 41,000 of 500. Verse 42, of the children of Naphtali, throughout their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Verse 43, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Naphtali, were 53,400. Verse 44, these are those that were numbered, which Moses and Aaron numbered, and the prince of Israel, being 12 men, each was one for the house of his fathers. Already, so that's all of the armies, right? We left out one. We're about to get into the one we left out and why we left it out. Verse 45, so were all those that were numbered of the children of Israel by the house of their fathers, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war in Israel. Verse 46, even all that were numbered were 600,000, 600,000 and 3,550. Just like we were saying, about 600,000. Verse 47, but the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. So we let, if you notice, we named all of the tribes, but we didn't name the Levites. The Levites were the priests. They were dedicated to doing the priestly affairs. You know what I'm saying? Doing the work in the tabernacle. So they weren't expected to go to war if necessary. We need men to do priest work, right? And those were the men appointed by the Lord to do the priest work. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to finish it out. I'm going to read 47 over. But verse 47, but the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. Verse 48, for the Lord had spoken unto Moses, saying, verse 49, only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi, neither take the sum of them among the children of Israel. That's where we leave off, man. We're going to pick back up next week at Numbers 1 and 50. And I'm going to give us that quick, I'm not going to take a long time like I took today, you know what I'm saying, with the recap and whatnot, but I'm going to give us a quick breakdown of the thing I left out in Leviticus 27. And then we're going to start off at Numbers 1 and 50 next week at the right spot at the right time. Already. So with that, we're going to close out. I want to say Imadium, which means to stand. Try this one more time. Slovakia. It's real rough without this, man. Give me a break, Slovakia. But it can't be done, though. Slovakia. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Layasha Allah. All right. So we don't have a Torah here. I'm not gonna. I have nothing to salute. So we're just gonna close with the Lord's Prayer. So I'm gonna say Star will put Yahakwadam, which means turn and face the east. East is this way. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakutka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Natan Lanawa, Lacham, Call, Yawam, Waslak Lanawa, Kawat Nawa, Kaslak Nawa, Kawat Nawa, Wala'a, Tabi'anawa, Manasayawan, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Lakab, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Hadaparath, Lawalamium, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. All right, Sar, turn to face the front. Can I give a courtesy salute to the men? This is for the men only. And in Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmadim, Barak, Yahabah Shimi Hawashah Barakatah, Yadi Matah, which means hands down. Sar, turn to face the sisters. Going to give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Ahmadim Shabbat, Ahmadim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatan Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Yadi Matah, dismissed.